Hello guys, and welcome to episode 9 of my Orsha campaign in Steel Division 2. Today we are going to be starting by sorting out our front line. We survived the previous turn. We're now in June 24th PM. There are a bunch of routed regiments that we have the potential to attack. I think the first one, probably on this top side here, the 33rd Guards Rifle Regiment, that is a HQ section, which means that it will recover 3 action points per turn, so destroying that will be very useful. There is one behind it, which will be able to attack us next turn, so I'm going to be a little bit careful about that. I'm tempted to use the 456th Infantry Regiment, pull that across, move the 61st Security Regiment into that hole, and then hit the 33rd with the artillery. I think that would probably be the best idea. So let's go ahead and do that. We will look to prepare battle. We can do this, auto-resolve, boom, they're gone. They're still dug in a decent position. We have these guys that are still dug in a decent position. We can move these ones up into that gap, tell them to dig in, and we've got the Tank Destroyer Battalion next to them if we need them. We'll smash this. That way they won't be able to go too far. And this would be the one that would have to initiate, and that will have to come round. So that's really good. That sorted out the top side there, deleted another regiment. Up here we have the 4760th Infantry Regiment, 1st Battalion there. They're dug in. This 456th 2nd Battalion, I'm probably going to try and move them up a little bit and then dig them in so we have a sort of more balanced front line there. And then what I'm going to do on the top side is actually try and move the 476th 2nd and 3rd Battalion round behind the 256th Fusilier Battalion. So the Fusilier Battalion, they could just YOLO towards the airfield and basically crush the entire enemy forces, but I don't want to play this too aggressive. There is ways in this campaign to complete it very quickly, but it would just end up with me skipping through all the turns until the victory objective popped up, so that wouldn't be very exciting content. So, of course, I want them to attack us, and that's why I'm taking it relatively slow. But I am still going to move these around to the top side to join the Fusilier Battalion, and we can maybe try and get a little bit of an encirclement going, but I don't want to force it too much. Right. Further down, we have the 256th Artillery Regiment. They can probably move forwards a little bit. I think that's what we're going to do. They only have 2 action points at the moment. I'd rather have them in a better position, so I'm going to pop them up to here. That's actually not going to use many of their action points. That's strange. They have a very long range. I think that was because they were on the road, actually. That would make more sense. We also have an opportunity to kill the 25th Guards Self-Propelled Artillery Regiment here. I could attack them with this regiment, the 1st Battalion of the 215th Assault Regiment, but I'm not sure that's a great idea because it would leave a bit of a hole here between the 1st Battalion and the 2nd Battalion, the 195th. So, yeah, I'm not sure about that. Of course, the 1165th Artillery Regiment here wouldn't be able to attack us because it's artillery. It wouldn't be able to initiate an attack at least. So having a gap here is not a massive deal, but I just want to make sure that we have a cohesive front line for the time being. I could also, for example, push the 1st Battalion of the 195th Assault Regiment onto the 75th Guards Rifle Regiment, but unless I can move forwards the 2nd Battalion as well, I don't think that's worth it. So I'm not going to bother for now. Further down, none of these are routed, they're just out of action points, which is fine. This will be able to attack next turn, the 517th Independent Tank Regiment. I might be able to arty them to stop that. That might be a good idea. I also want to arty the 345th Self-Propelled Artillery Regiment though. Is this one in range? Oh, that's not even artillery, that's Tank Destroyer Battalion. Okay, so we don't actually have another artillery regiment, that one's well out of range. This one has a huge range. Okay. So we've got to decide really what is a priority. I think the Panzergrenadier regiments would do fine against the independent tanks. The independent tank regiment here, because these are flame tanks, T-34s. So the entrenchment that we have, the PaK-40s and also the PaK-40 bunkers and PaK-37 bunkers, can easily get through these. So I think I'm more concerned about the longer range, like 125mm frontal armor tank destroyers with the 200mm AP, with the HE, 3HE. These can demolish defenses very quickly. There's actually another one coming down as well. There's 2 of those self-propelled artillery regiments there. Wow. Okay. So yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to bombard this one, so it can't get involved in the battle down here. And we'll let that one attack if it wants to. Meanwhile, I might want to dig in the 794 Security Battalion alongside the 35th Panzergren Regiment. Probably a good idea, although this is pretty shot up. Look how many men are left, there's barely any. But I'd probably use these 3, or maybe those 2, and an aircraft battalion or something like that. Not sure. I'm kind of tempted to bring the 8th Panzer Battalion down a little to help with the 517th, but if they attack, they'd be available in B anyway. If they attack this one, maybe not. I think it might be worth me moving forwards these guys. The 119th Panzergren Regiment. These actually have 10 anti-air pieces, so I don't think I need the mixed AA Battalion there. I'm actually going to bring them down. We'll do that. I've got the 35th Panzergren Regiment here and the 3rd Battalion of the 35th Panzergren Regiment. They were going to head all the way around to the bottom, so that's what we're going to do. Follow that road round. They've got some AA here as well, which will help out on the bottom side. I've also got the 555th Territorial Infantry Battalion coming down, and furthermore the 2nd Battalion of the 61st Security Regiment. They're all heading down to defend the bottom side. This isn't in range to do anything helpful, so I'm actually going to move them forwards. Let's just move them forwards a little bit for now. I would like to hit the 121st Guard Sapper Battalion, but I don't think I have anything that can attack it, because then what I could do is move forwards with the 460th Infantry Regiment and destroy one of these to either the 1st Battalion or 3rd Battalion of the 245th. So yeah, we're in a bit of a weird spot on this bottom side, but I think we'll be okay. We'll probably get attacked here, and we'll probably get attacked here, I would imagine. So we'll have 2 attacks on the bottom side. I don't think this one will be in range to attack, so that should be fine there. We won't get attacked here, and we shouldn't get attacked here unless this one can get in range. I guess the AA could initiate and then pull in others, which would be fine. That would probably work in our favour, because then we'd destroy the AA battalion. But that looks like the majority of our units moved, although actually we're in range to bombard this, so we'll do that. Keep that individual or independent heavy tank regiment pinned down. That is absolutely fine. And I guess we can do the same for the 316th independent high power artillery group, because I don't need those on the defense this turn anyway. Is this in range to hit anything useful? No, it's not. So maybe worth moving these guys. I could move them across the bridge, actually. That might not be a bad idea. Put them here. Squeeze them forwards a little bit. I could move forwards all of these, actually, if they've only got 2. Get them into better positions. I might bring that one round. Okay. So we got 15 points to spend on other troops. Just double checking this stuff, actually. Move that one up. I could move them a little bit further, but we're not going to. I think that's all okay. Just double checking, actually. Where was this one going to go? Is I going to squeeze it in there? I guess so. That might be a bit risky because the 245th could just attack it. But at least we'll be able to help out with other units, and they won't be able to be reinforced by anything except from aircraft. Right, speaking of which, we're probably going to spend our points on our aircraft. Probably the 51st Fighter Wing. So I can have fighters available for places where they don't have AA. So let's go ahead and do that. Unless I wanted to maybe bring in the Sturm Regiment. And I could bring them in and maybe throw them up to the top or bottom side. Actually, with the reserves, do we get any more AA? That's like not like heavy AA, I'm thinking. I don't think so. Oh, we could save up for the 501st Heavy Panzer Battalion. That's an idea. Not now. We're going to get the 51st Fighter Wing in. We'll have them available. Alright, so that's all our defences set up. We've got the AA there. That's all good. We've made one attack. But that is it. Tempted to do this. We could always mortar them and carry through, but yeah, I'm not going to bother. We'll just move on. They want to attack us. Let's let them. Right, where are we being attacked? Okay, so the 75th Guards Rifle Regiment has decided to push on to the 456th Infantry Regiment. They can bring in quite a few interesting units, some Guards Rifles in Phase C, plenty of artillery if they want to. Okay, what do we have here to work with? It's pretty beat up. Very depleted, actually. Not many troops on the ground. Okay. That makes me almost want to bring along the 215th Assault Regiment, even if it does pull them off their dug-in status. Because we're going to require more troops than we got here, for sure. For a decent defense. In Phase A, that's fine, we'll probably match them, yeah, quite well. But in Phase B, things could get very ugly if I don't reinforce with more infantry. And unfortunately, the 2nd Battalion of the 256th really doesn't provide enough infantry, especially infantry that can affect the front line, to help us out. So I think I'm forced to do this. And then we need to choose which aircraft we bring in. So the 456th Infantry Regiment, it doesn't have any AA, does it? No. But the 215th should. And we've got 4 Flak 38s. Not a lot, but it's something. So I could go for the Night Bomber group. Trouble is with the Night Bomber group is they have the cluster AP, which isn't very useful against like a lot of the units we'll likely be up against. So it's either the 51st Fighter Wing, I think, or the Close Support Wing. And considering how precarious this attack is compared to pretty much every other attack that we're likely to be hit by, I'm probably going to put in the Close Support Wing. Okay. That's tactical battle. And in we go. So in the past few episodes I have been neglecting my AA quite a bit in divisions that I didn't realise had any. I've been overlooking it massively. And that's been a bit of a problem because I think there was one where I brought my Stugs and there was like 3 SDKF Z71s which would have ripped to shreds the enemy aircraft. I should have definitely done something about that, but obviously I didn't notice. So please forgive me for that. This is nice though, we've got a smaller map to work with. Yeah, this shouldn't be too tough to defend. You have the same amount of defenses as usual, just on a smaller map, so it'll be more concentrated, and we'll just slaughter them as they come in. Yeah, alright, I'll be back with you guys in a sec, as I get my fortifications down. And here we are with all of the fortifications set up. Let's just go through them quickly. Got some barbed wire covering this left-hand side, and you can see a little bit of a trench system here, which I'll fill later with the 2nd Battalion of the 215th. Yeah, Grenadier, MG, we got the trench systems going here. Unfortunately, I don't have enough leaders to buff up all of these troops, but they are covered by some MG bunkers here in the Pack 50. Those are all covering the road, same with these ones and these ones. The reason I'm happy to leave these as they are is because I'm going to be on top of the counter battery, or in this case, I guess, just using the Ju-87s to strafe any artillery that pops up. So I'm not too concerned about having two bunkers together that may or may not get pinned down, so we're able to do that. Then I've just got, you know, more stuff across. I maybe could have left extra trenches for when I get extra leaders, but I can always just pop them in the buildings nearby and so on, so I'm not too concerned about that. I didn't want to waste too much more time on the deployment. These deployments generally do take me about 10, anywhere between like 10 and 30 minutes, depending on the scale, so there we go. Just so you guys are aware of what I'm cutting out of the video most of the time. Let's launch the battle and see what we're up against. I've got a Ju-87 and, well, two Ju-87s on standby straight off the bat. We've got the recon and the gun runner so that I can basically kill the 120mm mortars from the get-go. That is the plan. Pack 37 will hopefully kill a few vehicles for us. I've got IGs actually up on the hill. These are in gun pits, and I've also got some trenches on the side of those hills to help out later on, potentially. Right, I'm probably going to have the recon pin down that one so it doesn't fire. Won't do too much damage. It did more than I thought, actually. This one should actually just straight up kill the mortar. Wow, really? The recon did almost as much damage as the 120mm? That's quite something. I'm probably going to have to take out that one there as well. The OB. That's going to have to go. What are they mortaring, the Pack 37? Yeah. I'm going to wait until I can afford myself another with gun pods, another Ju-87. Alright, don't let me down, Ju-87 D5. Oh, well, you did. Congratulations. Maybe you can strafe this one as well while you're at it. Good. I'm not sure if this one was technically in cover. Normally when you get a second voice line from the aircraft, that means they've killed it. I'm gonna go have a look. I think it's dead. Yeah, we killed it in one run. Fortunately, we're not going to kill that one in one run. And we got both of the Ju-87s going on that one. I'm guessing that's another mortar there. Gonna have to keep an eye on that. Actually, let's have this one attack the OB. Yep, that's another one right there. And that's nearly dead. Very close. I'm going to hit that transport vehicle. What the recon is good for. Okay, we've revealed another mortar. Go kill that. One's run out of fuel, so we're going to have to bring in another. My recon will be out of fuel soon as well. So these other two regiments they brought in was the 1093rd Artillery Regiment and the 245th Individual High Power Artillery Group, or Independent, sorry, High Power Artillery Group. That's quite a combination, lots of artillery to take care of, so it's going to be a bit of a turkey shoot for our Ju-87s, but all good. Very good. I have a lot of these 120mm mortars, that's for sure. The next thing I'm going to get is probably another Ju-87 Recon in order to replace the one that's about to run out of fuel. Really trying to just keep on top of where that OB is, because that infantry gun could very much kill our bunkers very quickly if I let it. Okay, nice. Build that off. Another OB over there. Keep my recon over that. Maybe we can kill it. These ones coming across. You can just go straight toward it. Time for the next one. Yep, that one's dead. Very good. Now we just need the recon in position. Just microing them so they're facing the right way when I do this. Because I really want to take out that OB. Nice. Killed it with one run. Perfect. I'm going to try and keep an eye on this area. We saw it there briefly, I didn't have enough time to target it. No, we don't have enough time to target that as well. Alright, we'll hit that 120mm. I'm going to go back across with the recon. These Ju-87s have been absolute king. So many guns firing on those, it's incredible. I don't think my front line's even fired. Okay, this MG is finally opening up. We have done a little bit of damage to the Avtos on the left-hand side as well. Their Phase A is basically consistent of only Avtos. We can't really go too aggressive though. You may be wondering why I haven't just gone and tried to like push aggressively, but if we do that, especially moving into like Phase B, their artillery will demolish our infantry with direct fire. And I'd rather just avoid that happening. Also this way, we can do loads of damage to the regiments. So I won't even have to attack them in order for them to be killed, like if they're routed, for example. Okay, good. Recon finished that off for us. Oh, that's an OB. That needs to go. That can do a lot of damage. Not doing too much at the moment to the Grenadiers. If it's firing at the stuff in the trenches, that might actually be fine. It needs like a direct bang-on hit, I think, to do any damage. I can just let my recon pin down the 120mm mortar for now. Well, we pinned it down. It is in heavy cover, so it's going to be quite hard to kill. But as long as it's not firing, that's good. Oh, that mortar did quite a lot of damage to our Grenadier squad then. But we can speed it up a little bit. Gonna need to buy another Ju-87. That one can kill that mortar. Those Avtos, they're trying their hardest. Alright, that's good. That OB fell back, so looks like the second run of the Ju-87 D5 didn't do as much as I wanted it to. If I can hit that, with this one, that'd be fantastic. Okay, nice, perfect. Right, we're into phase B. And we're going to start buying some bombers in. Get my recon replaced. I wonder if I can strafe any of these. I don't think so. One thing I might do is bring up a couple of Auftraller, like the top of these hills. I can maybe see the transports at a distance, so we can still strafe them. Gonna be some big old artillery pieces coming in now, though. What is that? Oh, that's an artillery piece as well. A lot of infantry here. A little unsure of where that exactly is. So I'm going to focus on the 203mm B4s first. There's another one coming in. I wonder if that will kill it in one hit. Yep. Perfect. Not sure if that one will get the kill. Gonna be a lot of artillery though. There is already tons. I mean, that's all they can buy at this point, so... I feel like we're in for a little bit of a rough ride. It's funny how they show up as tanks when we can't discover what they are. They're self-motorized, so that's how they're moving. Yeah, looks like bombs are definitely required for the most part to kill those reliably. I will still bring in the Ju-87s with gun pods though. Let's see if we can find ourselves a target. Go for that one. I think I might be accidentally targeting AT guns there. Don't really matter. See if this gets the kill. Oh, that does. Okay, perfect. Okay, maybe that was the one I already strafed though. I don't know. Either way, the IG here is already taking damage. I'm probably going to tell that to fall back. I can leave. Be unnecessary to lose it. Oh, as I say that, another shot comes in on the left side. Yeah, that's not good. Let's see if we can kill these. That's one of them dead. Very good. I'm not going to have a chance to kill another one there. I'm going to have to take out this one on the left side. That's doing some damage for sure. I might just bomb that so I can focus on something else. And if we can see them, I may as well target them. Nice. Very nice indeed. Loads more coming in. You can see them all. I'm just going to tell that one to finish that off. Perfect. There's my other recon. It's almost ready. I think I might have to buy the last one. All of these are running out of fuel. Okay, it's targets for the Ju-87s then. I think they should be able to kill them with the 450 kilogram and one 500, but I'm going to double team each of them just in case. Have the dual Ju-87 bomber wings coming in. Very cool. You enjoy watching that. Make sure these all have targets. Perfect. And these artillery groups are not going to exist after this fight, which will be really good, because no more campaign map bombardment, and also no more in-game bombardment. Alright, we managed to kill one of them, I think. Okay, that killed one. That killed one. Perfect. The trouble with doing this the way I am is that if I give the orders while they're still moving, my bombers are likely to miss. I just need to make sure the bombers just come out and they're flying around, and then I can just give them orders on the fly when we actually spot stuff. This should be a nice strike. Oh, triple kill. Very good. There's another bunch of them there as well. Need to keep eyes on. Not sure what's going on with all of those AT guns in there. They can have a bomb. Once we spot those again. Well, that's both of those dead. Very good. Fly this over to the right hand side so I can see exactly everything. Oh, wasn't I going to bomb that? Yeah, I may as well. Okay, we're into phase C. That only allows them to purchase more. And that's going to be coming towards us for sure. We must have killed the majority of their artillery pieces now, though. Like I said, it's an absolute turkey shoot. It really is. Perfect. We can try and hit some of this infantry. It hasn't tried to push forwards, I think, because they only have submachine guns. Like, some of the squads have, but for the most part, they haven't. We'll throw down some bombs onto the infantry as well while we're at it. We have, like, so many points. May as well bring them all in. They're all just going to stand there. Those poor fellas. They don't know what's about to hit them. I'm surprised they're not being more aggressive. Honestly. Maybe me bombing them and making them fall back like this will trigger them to actually come forwards a bit more. I do want to see how effective these bombing strikes are. Gonna be glorious. I didn't even need the phase B dudes, it seems. I thought they would be way more aggressive. But I guess never mind. If they'd brought aircrafts, having the phase B units would have definitely been necessary. 100%. Oh, look at these squads. Damn. They are getting melted. Alright, I'm trying to find units to bomb. There's one. That can have a bomb. That can have a bomb. Any others? I think we killed most of the artillery now. Otherwise they'd still be bringing it in, I think. There's a couple in there. Wrong thing. Probably pinning down the squads now unnecessarily. It might force them to fall back. Yeah. Because they're in heavy cover, it's actually going to be pretty hard to hit them. Fortunately. Oh well. Another recon aircraft ready to go. I am actually tempted to maybe push forwards a little bit. Abandon our trenches and start pushing forwards. So we can find enemies to bomb and shoot for the last 8 minutes. And maybe that's why they weren't attacking actually, because they couldn't see. Yeah, they're all starting to move forwards now. Grenadier squad is Argona. We've got a lot of activity now. And maybe the AI had like no recon left or something, so it just kind of forgot how to attack. Maybe that's what it was. Either way, bombs can come in. I should be able to buy even more. And we should be able to hit them quite hard from range. As well get them into cover. These poor old squads. I mean, even if we lose sight at this point, I think we do a lot of damage. Well, that's going to be close enough, I guess. Gonna have to strafe that one. The next wave's arriving already. We lost a unit of grenadiers. Need to have them fall back if they're in the open. Will they be saved? Looks like they will. Oh, they all missed because they tried to predict the direction. That's a goner. Okay, next wave. We have so many bombers, it's just ridiculous. I should also get the Ju-87s with gun pods to come in, just strafe everything they see. And give them a target each. And then if ever they see them, they can target them. Alright, time to bomb those. Bomb that avto. Bomb those avtos. Lovely. Here we go. This unit can fall back into his trench. More gun runners, please. More bombs if we have any. Yep, we do. 5 seconds left though. I just realised what the time was on the game. That's victory. What a slaughter. What an absolute slaughter that was. Go to the team stats. We lost 2, which was an IG and the Grenadier. That was very, very nice. We annihilated their artillery massively. All those A19s, and then a lot of the extra units that came in with it, especially later on, bombing all the infantry was definitely a good idea. I'm not sure if it's going to destroy them though, because they weren't actually as aggressive as I thought they would be. We'll see. Nope, they've just been routed. Okay. That's unfortunate, because I was hoping it might actually kill them. They couldn't attack us in the north, which is to be expected, but they are going to be attacking us further down. So the 517th Independent Tank Regiment is here and ready to go. They are starting the attack alongside the 8th Guards Rifle Corps. There's also the 316th Independent High Power Artillery Group. This is going to be a tough old battle, for sure. They've actually set up AA here, which is kind of awkward, because I'm not sure if we're going to be able to bring in any aircraft ourselves. I don't know if that's in the circle or not. It looks like it is. I might not risk it. We'll just bring in the 35th Panzergrenadier Regiment here to back us up. And I'll probably also bring in the 8th Panzer Battalion. That should be good enough. I could also bring in these guys, but I think between these two regiments we should have enough AA. Actually, that doesn't have AA. That doesn't have AA. So it looks like that's going to be the key. Although these guys, they have the 3 SDKFZs. I think I'd rather have the extra infantry, because they might not bring in any aircraft here. Either way, unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. Sorry to leave it on a little bit of a cliffhanger there. I was almost acting as if I was going to play it out, but I don't have time today, unfortunately. So yeah, we're going to leave it here. In the next episode, we'll take on this attack. I reckon they'll probably use mostly ground forces. If they bring in aircraft, it might get a little bit rough, but hopefully the 8th Panzer Battalion will have enough AA to at least prevent that for the time being. We'll have to wait and see. But that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.